Hey everyone, welcome to another practice round, this time for the downtown course for Disc Golf Valley Players Tour Week 8. As always, the bag, I do have that Strive in there. They mentioned a Strive might be coming to the Royal bag. We haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to take the Windglide Rive, get it out here. I don't think much problems are going to come up on downtown. 5 and 6 might be a little bit of struggle with just the Windglide Rive, but we should be able to manage them okay, at least getting the birdies. Take the Accurate Roll Grace down here for this hopeful birdie look, as long as I avoid that light post. I'm going to slide up here to be able to get this putt in. So that's Windglide Rive to Grace to get that throw in coming. Let's move on to hole 2. Hole 2, I think your best line here is to go backhand with the Grace and put the top chevron right on this light post. Get pretty much a straight pullback. As long as you don't hit this light post, you're going to be up in a good place here to be able to make this putt. Let's drop that one in, and that's the birdie play. That's a pretty high percentage for me in my practices here. Going to hole 3. Hole 3, I usually take this right side line with a musket or a roll sapphire. I'm going to take the roll Grace, get it low out here, make sure I give that plenty of hyzer so it doesn't leak too far right. Hopefully if you miss that tree, and a good bounce down here will give me a look for this birdie. You sometimes stop a little bit higher on that hill, so make sure you are practicing that hope throw in to be able to make that without a problem. Moving to hole 4. Hole 4 is a make sure that you don't end up too far left OB, so it's about a half that Wi-Fi band of Anheuser. Get you down the fairway here. Could have given that a bit more. I don't want to end up behind those bushes. It's a really tough spot to be in. As long as you're out here safe, you have a good look for getting across 263. Let's see what the Brave can do if I get up there 263. I think that might be a full pull on that Brave to have a shot. Nope, I haven't really worked on the Brave throw-ins, but we do get across, able to get this birdie. It's a matter of working on your disc distances. Oh, that was a little bit high. Let's try that again. 69. Let's go closer to 60 because of the extra lift on that hope, and get that in for what would have been birdie if we were able to get that putt. That's the importance of getting those hope throw-in practices. Hole 5 is the first opportunity to gain some strokes if you manage to get the eagle. I'm going to get it out wide here and hope this crosses in a little bit closer. I'd like to go through this gap if I could, but it looks like that's not going to happen. We got some good ground play here. We'll think about crossing, but we're going to have to bail out to the left a bit early, aim lower to give that a bit of turn. And this is bailing out left. Most of the eagle looks here, unless we have an amazing wind, are going to be with a big throw in. So let's see if we can get this one going uphill, 140. Honestly, probably not with this bush and the post in the way, but we're okay with a birdie here if that's what happens. Yeah. Right through that branch. Didn't know that was going to happen. But get up here for the birdie. If you cut that a little bit closer, you can get the eagle with a big flexing throw in. Or throw across. Let's see if I can get one a little bit closer to show you that play. So get it out here wide. Let this skip back in. Now I'm listening out because I really don't want to go OB there. But a common problem is getting in here really short. And then you need to kind of flex around all this to have a good look at getting up there. So don't be afraid to put that flex on it. That Rive is very likely to stable back out and end up over here in what could be a good position. This is even a little closer than my last one. 112, so it's about 120. And does get up there for that eagle. So eagle is very much in play, but certainly not a sure thing. Let's move to hole 6. Hole 6 is the Windglide Rive. I slide right, put the middle chevron right on that cement walkway. And with the 1 wind, I give it a full disc of hyzer. For the 2 wind, I'm going to give it just a little bit more and hopefully slide up here next to this fence. Gave that a little bit too much. Let's get one more better looking one out there for you. There you go. That disc of hyzer should get me just right. And if I slide up and touch this fence, perfect. Touching that fence is where you want to be because it opens up sliding right and getting through it there. Take the low line across the water. And usually this is a glide roll rive if you're playing this with a regular bag, so be wary of a tailwind pushing you along there. If you have a 1 or a 2 wind, you're likely to stay safe there anyway and be able to get across for that eagle look. This isn't going to be a musket eagle, and if you get a little bit off that fence and you can't get through it, don't be afraid to just lay up to the other side. Here, hole 7, I think this play is a default aim, roll grace, pull back and make some minor adjustments. Oh, get down. Make some minor adjustments for the wind. It's about a half disc of anhyzer in a 1 wind, but that 3 wind, I gave it a little bit of hyzer to adjust for it, and it gets out there pretty safely to the island. Let's get one more, maybe get a calmer wind to show you. Another that 3 wind again. So in the 1 wind, you're about here. The 3 wind, I'm just going to counteract that pushing wind here. And that default aim should drop you in very softly to the green and be able to have a good look at this birdie. Tap that in, and let's move on to hole 8. Moving on to hole 8 is the grace again. Get over here on the left side. And like my regular play, I want to end up kind of close to this bench. And we are by the bench, perfect. I take the wind glide drive over the top, out over here, and hopefully it drops in through the opening of the trees. Got a little bit of cabbage, gives me a bit of a throw in to make. That might be pretty obstructed there. Not much of a look. Let's show you a better one, a little bit wider out here. And if you miss these trees and drop in through that gap, you're going to have the good look there. Get this putt in, and that's you hole 9. Hole 9 took probably the most thinking about and figure out a new line. If you're not comfortable playing with a powered down disc, you can go wind glide drive and take a normal line that you would with a glide roll. For me, it's just this kind of thing happens all the time for me. I don't have it very dialed for glide roll. I much prefer to power something down so I'm not potentially turning over there to the right. So the play that I'm going to go with in this weekend is this wind glide drive and put the top chevron right on that tip where the true trees meet and a little bit higher. And it's a 2/3 pullback with about a half disc of anhyzer. Should get you just over the top of that tree. And if you get just over the top of that tree, you're going to be sliding in nicely here to the basket. This play has been so good and so consistent. I'm actually going to be adopting this for my regular multiplayer play as well. Well, guys, hope you enjoyed watching. This can save you some strokes in the Players Tour. Hope that you can stay bogey free.